Okay, and the mic is on. Oh boy, now I can't see. There we go. Hey, all right. So, sorry about that. It was technical difficulties. So, welcome to the stream. Made a few changes in the background. Got the as you guys could see, I had this map, and the map was it actually looks like it's crooked. It's not. It's the way the light is shining on that pole that's kind of like the culprit there. It's actually like right straight. But I had this map, and it was in one of those movie poster things. I think you guys have probably both seen it. Anyway, the damn thing, like, it has this clasp at the back that holds, that you hang it on the nail. And, hey, Vasilla, welcome to the stream, hun. Hope you're having a good day, and you're not ready to, like, burn the place down or commit murder. So anyway, so I had this thing. And it was hanging, and then the actual attachment on the back of the poster just went. Hey, Sil Maria, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us again. Hope you're having a good day. I don't know if you're playing Lotra or if you still got your granddaughter with you, but hope you both are doing well. So anyway, the picture fell down with that map. So today is a good day. Knock on wood. Okay, good. No murders. So it fell down, and it's been kind of in the background, but it's really beautiful. It's actually kind of like a silk kind of thing. Like it's not paper. It's the silky material. So I got that up, and then I put up the calendar beside it, and I've got Swimmeroo's art up there, and I've also got Gandalf in two places. So this is the new Gandalf. This one right here. And then we've got the old Gandalf here. This is like a calendar from a couple of years ago. I just can't bear to part with it. It's actually really nice. So let's see, what have we got going here? Welcome to the stream. I've got some cool stuff. So I'm slowly but surely putting things in. So I got a schedule in. Hopefully that kind of like helps a little, make it look a little more professional. So I got a schedule in. I'm going to stream Tuesdays and Thursdays from about 4:45 till about 7:30, 7:45, give or take like the day or how I'm feeling. So we're going to do that. I've also changed the channel points. I don't know if you noticed this yet, Rose, but Swimmeroo contributed some well, he did some art kind of moving around, so we got steely coins that we're gonna use. So yeah, it was a little bit of a fandangle to get it into like fitting where it should in those Twitch slots, but it seems to have worked out. So that's cool. Yes, we will. I think what I'm gonna do, Rose, is I'm gonna bring my laptop to like with me when I go in. And I'm going to go hang with you guys for a bit before I pick up Swimmer the Roo. Oh, that's not even counting. Like, if you come over after your MRI, if you're feeling okay, then we'll do more stuff then. But then I'll bring you home anyway. So it's all good. It's all going to work out. We're going to see each other tomorrow. It'll be fantastic. We'll get some stuff done. I also got a capture card. So that's another thing that I want to talk about. I'm going to try streaming this weekend. I'm going to try streaming something. Now, Lotro is my main game. It always will be. But I'm going to try streaming like console Saturdays, And I've got the capture card. I'm going to try to put it on the Switch, and I think I'm going to get some Pokemon going. Some Pokemon Legends. Arceus is probably going to be the first thing I can stream, if I can get all the bits and pieces working. If it'll work out. So, and then some Pathfinder Kingmaker. That's on the agenda. So we'll play a little Pathfinder, and maybe even some Conan Exiles. Who knows? I've still got the server. It's still going strong, and maybe Minecraft. Who knows? Like all these things. So we'll see. But I think I'll take the one day on the weekend. I got it scheduled for Saturday, so we'll see if that works out. So I got some dad jokes. That's another new one. I got a couple of real funny ones from Alex's or from Swimmeroo's godfather. He actually sent me some, so that's cool. And I've got some stuff to talk about. So we're all set. Welcome to the stream again. It's Thursday, February 3rd, 2022. just getting started on. I haven't even started it yet. I finished Volume 2. I just got to bring food with me because I have to fast starting at 12. Oh, at midnight, so I'll be hungry. Well, you know what, Rose? You know what? I'm going to take you out to lunch. Or maybe we can go out to lunch. Me, you, and Basila. We're all off. So maybe we can go out and get something somewhere. You kind of just pick what you want to eat, and we'll go. Something like that. So, of course, you can have a snack while you're here just to tide you over. You're really that hungry, which you probably will be. But. So, okay, so we finished Volume 2, the Lothlorien stuff, and now... So this is kind of a bonus. I'm going to be under level. I'm doing the Epic Volume 3. It's the first book of Volume 3. So this is the one that basically takes the Rangers from their homes all over Eriador, which is the area that you first start in that goes up to level 50 cap. And you start gathering them because Aragorn needs his brethren. So this is kind of the quest that starts that. It's a behind-the-scenes quest. I really like that. You know, it's kind of a Lord of the Rings online thing where you do the behind-the-scenes work, you know. You know what happens in the book, which the game is based upon. And some of it happens in the movie too, so... but we'll see how that goes. So these are all level 65 quests, though. And they're at level 65. They will not rise. However, I'm only level 60. So we're going to see how this is going to work. If I'm going to get, you know, my behind handed to me, but with a Guardian, I should have some survivability, and you know, I've got some decent gear, so we'll see how it works. Anyway, all right, but you might see some red enemies. I guess that's the trick. So what does Penthalin here have to say?
We are met in time of need, and it is a joy to see you.
Okay, so he starts with that you must have received my message, for little else could have brought you hither with such haste. I did not dare to speak openly of the reason for Master Elrond's request in my letter, for fear that the message might be intercepted. I apologize for drawing you here with so little information, but Master Elrond will explain in detail what I could not. Speak if you're ready, we'll go to him together and he will tell you what has prompted his call. So this is the beginning of the next one here.
Master Elrond awaits.
Alright, well, let's go see him.
Messages have come from Lothlorien. Messages that cannot be ignored. My sons have returned from the wild, and together, they and a hero of Eriador must respond to these tidings with decisive action.
Alright, so decisive action is needed, so let's get going. So Penthalin says... Very good, Steely Dad. Perhaps now we will have an answer for why this haste is necessary. Is that Eladon? It is. Perhaps he will have some answers for us. So Eladon and Elro here are Elrond's sons. Indeed, the promise of war has brought my brother... Oh, bad writing here, folks. Has brought my brother and me back to the house of our father. Should be brother and I there. There we go. No, Penthalin, my brother and I ride to war in the south. He said, war, not here in Imladris. That's what he was responding to. This concerns me. My father waits for us in the Hall of Fire. All right. So, I will say this. For the most part, a lot of the writing in Lord of the Rings Online in the early stages was actually quite good. The edits were great, and the lines were pretty Middle-earthy. Enter the Hall of Fire. All right. Talk to Lord Elrond. Elrond is at the end. So here, this is the Hall of Fire. In the books, it plays a bit more prominence. You know, you actually have a scene where tales are told, and this is where Frodo meets Bilbo in the books for the first time. So this is a neat kind of place. Beautiful place. You know, elven architecture, ceilings has all these banners and whatnot, and these fires are lit year-round. Doesn't matter, summer, winter. Apparently in the Hall of Fire there are always these 3 bonfires, and they're lit year-round. So, hey Billy! Hey, welcome to the stream, my friend, and hope you're doing well. Happy belated birthday to your son. I believe Billy's son turned 4 yesterday, so I hope it was a real good day for you guys. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I remember when my little guy was that age, and it was just a cute time. So that's great. That's great to hear. Yeah, you always like to see the kids, you know, just kind of so happy. It seems like they're so happy they can't stand it sometimes. It's just fun. So Elrond says, I'm pleased you received my summons. I apologize for being so close as the reason for its urgency, but there are dangers on the road, and I did not wish any information that might do us harm to fall into the hands of evil men. 2 days ago, courier hawks arrived in Rivendell bearing messages from Lorien. The messages were short, but even their brevity caused me pause. The messages are from Lady Galadriel. I understand some of their meaning, but I can only guess at the full import of her words. Hey Valbounce, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good one as well. And thank you last night, Valbounce. I must say, I'm just gonna stop for a second before I listen to Lord Elrond and Elro here. So last night we were playing a game called New World, and we were doing an instance. And I'm always wary of doing an instance with folks who, like, say they played on another server and they have, like a maxed out character on several servers, and they kind of come out, and they're kind of like, well, I'll give you a hand. It's like, I really enjoy, like, trying to figure things out myself, or just seeing, stuff for the first time. And so I was a little wary, of course, because I don't know Val very, very much. He's friends of my other friend Jay, Manbear Jay, who streams as well. And Jay kind of vouched for him, and we got together, and it was a blast. It was really fun. There was no kind of pressure, no, well, you should be doing this or whatnot, which I really appreciate, because, being a new player and playing, like a new class, it skills transfer from game to game, but some stuff you just got to learn on your own. So what's effective, and of course, if you've never done any grouping before, then that's a whole new experience too. But all those guys really made it enjoyable, so I really appreciate that. So let me get a swig. Okay, so Elrond and Elro here. Do you know of the secret company that set forth from Imladris in December? Sure do, I was there to see them off. We know they stayed for a time in Lothlorien, healing from their hurts. We know that as well. We just did that book on Tuesday, I think, that finished that off. Now they have moved on from the safety of that land, sailing down the river Anduin with all secrecy. Do you fear for the success of their mission? Well, I kind of know what happens, Elrond, but I mean, if I didn't, I probably would. They're strong of heart and true of purpose, Father. They will not falter in it. And does Elladan have something to chip in here? I wonder, says Elrond. This is the message I received from Galadriel of Lorien 2 days ago. Aragorn has need of his kindred. Let the Dunedain ride to him in Rohan. I'm going a little quick for the subtitles here. What is Aragorn doing in Rohan? None of the plans we discussed should have brought him there. If Lady Galadriel says Aragorn is in Rohan, he surely is or will be. That is so. We must gather the Dunedain, the Rangers of Eriador. You must do this. Of course I must. That's kind of I'm the errand boy behind the scenes here. You know the roads and paths of Eriador. Okay, I admit I do. You must bring this news to the Rangers. Sure. The Rangers will uphold their oath. They will become the Grey Company and ride to the aid of their chief. Perfect. I will meet you in the library to discuss this charge. Alright, so walk to the library. Let's see what's going on here. That dungeon that's just below Everfall has a more puzzle element, if you're into that kind of thing, called something like the Star Tower. I think I have a quest for there. I think I have a quest to get more bones for that dog. I think that's one of them. But I think I have another quest that's there. I'm just kind of following the main storyline, and I'm assuming it'll lead there like it led to the first one. But I could be wrong. Maybe the first one is just kind of what it is. But I don't know, man. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. The Lady Arwen catches your eye and smiles a greeting. Well, who am I to ignore a smile and a greeting? I know of the messages from my grandmother Steely, and I know too that my father has asked you to gather the Dunedain that they may ride south to the aid of Aragorn. We knew this day would come, he and I, and have both been long prepared for its arrival. It has been my part to craft an item of beauty and of use, an item Aragorn will have need of before all is done. He knows of its making, and it will be assigned to him that the hour has indeed arrived when he must seize that which is his. I hope it will be a comfort to him too, in distant lands. When the Dunedain are all assembled, I will send for you. I must be sure someone can bear this to him. I will call you before the Rangers depart. Fair enough. All right, so I'm an errand boy. Hey, Man Bear J, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, my friend. I hope you took a little bit of a rest, and the stream's going well. We've just started Volume 3. And we're just on Chapter 1. We're kind of getting the backstory. So the premise of Volume 3, for those of you who have joined, and welcome to the stream if you've joined, is that this is the chapter where, behind the scenes, messages have gone out, and it's your job to organize the Rangers and send them to Aragorn's aid as he proceeds closer and closer to the I guess, borders of Mordor down the Anduin. So we know how that kind of turns out. So Elrond says, "It will not be easy to gather the Dunedain as quickly as it must be done. It would be best for you to bring the message to certain of Aragorn's kin, that they may then speak with the rest of their people, while you travel to those of more distant lands." Okay. "I have prepared the names of those with whom you must speak. Walk with me, and I will tell you where they can be found." So this is going to be a little tricky, and this is where Lotro is actually pretty smart. Okay, so my sons tell me that the Ranger Radonir has come to Thornhad in the Trollshaws. He will be closest. Radonir is humorless, but among the trees of the Trollshaws, he is more at home than any. He is an expert in herb lore. Interesting. Spending a lot of time among the trees. Let's see here. "You will find the Ranger Candaith in the Lone Lands, at the base of the hill called Weathertop." We've met Candaith before as well. "He knows much about the lore and the heritage of the Dunedain." I'm just going to let Elrond kind of speak, and then I'm going to give you my kind of little inside information about Lotro here. "Ceridon is more settled than many of the Dunedain." I believe Ceridon is in Bree. "He has a cabin in Breeland, and he is held in higher regard by its people than others of the Rangers." "Do you have any questions about these three?" "None at all. Once you have met Radonir in the Trollshaws and told him that the Rangers must assemble, you should travel west to the Lone Lands. At the base of Weathertop, you will find Candaith. He is sure to join the Great Company. After you have spoken to Candaith, you will travel into Breeland to speak with Ceridon at his cabin. He is not as prone to wandering as others, but he must be told of Aragorn's needs. But there are other Rangers you must find." Welcome back, Swimmeroo. Hope you had a good dinner. And another thing is, after this is done here, the Ranger Halros has a camp in the Shire near the outskirts. I would tell you the names of the nearby towns, but I do not know them. It's a nice little effect when they show the images of the characters who aren't in the room. I like that. I do. It's kind of the first time they did that. "I have not concerned myself with dealings in the Shire as Gandalf, Aragorn, and Halros have done." Well, Elrond, just goes to prove that even the wise don't know it all. The Ranger Halbarad has always had the ear of Aragorn, his chieftain. You will find him at the hidden camp of Estildin in the North Downs. So Halbarad is someone who we're pretty familiar with. He's kind of the central character of Book 3. These Rangers are all kind of centered around a book. Candaith for Book 2 at Weathertop. Then you've got Calanglad has overseen the defense of Anúminas on the shore of Lake Ibbendim for many years. He has known Aragorn all of his life. I do not doubt he will ride with the Grey Company. And you meet Calanglad in the Ibbendim kind of main quest, and then again in the book quests later on. So, do you have any further questions? Halros, Halbarad, and Calanglad will speak with others of the Dunedain near the borders of the Shire and throughout the North Downs and Ibbendim, but there are 2 more Rangers. 2 more! You will need to find personally. The distances are simply too great for anyone but you to cover in time. I know the paths of Eriador. That is for sure. Billy! Rose just spotted Billy in the room. The Ranger Lothrandir watches the frozen northern lands of Forakel, home of the Lossoth. And yet the Grey Company needs Lothrandir despite the incredible distance. It is pretty far up there. Rose, your cooking skill just keeps on advancing and advancing and advancing. You do so much cooking. This way! Oh, now we're going downstairs. It's kind of nice, too, to see Elrond move around his house. He's always just kind of stuck in one spot, so... Okay. So the last ranger I would have you find is Coroneer. You will find him in Ohio, in Angmar. He's kind of got this little Tower of Angmar, little bastion lighthouse looking thing in the background. I always found that was kind of funny. Father, I do not understand. There's another ranger in Angmar that should be a part of the Great Company. Why should Goladir not join the Great Company? A good question. Goladir, you say? You could not know this, Steely Dad, but Goladir has suffered much already. I couldn't know it, and that's an edit. Because I haven't done Volume 1, Book 7, and Book 8, it was before the Gates of Karn Doom that Goladir's daughter was slain by the false king of Angmar. Because I didn't do those, he says that. You couldn't know of it. Goladir has nothing left to give and cannot rightly do so. Let him remain in Eriador where he can nurse his grief. Coroneer will go in his place. Elro here has something. So because I haven't done a few things, it does actually change up the storyline. They do a few edits to, if by any chance you skipped Ivandim, you will not, the blue lady who will appear later in this quest will not know you because you've never done the epic quest to that point. So that's kind of another thing. If you haven't done an area of Angmar as well, where you've completed the Rite of Cluclath, then there's another character who doesn't recognize you either because you didn't do that yet. So, and if you did, then they changed the lines as well. So it's a kind of a neat little edit there. Alro here says, Goladir was a strong man and true of heart, but my father is right. He has suffered much I didn't know. I know very little of Coroneer beyond that he is loyal to a fault. Did he not remain in Ohio for years, awaiting Goladir's return from beyond the Ramas del Yuon? And so it shall be. You shall walk the paths of Eriador one more time in search of these Dunedain. They will gather others of their kin, and when all is made ready, the great company will set forth. It will be done as Galadriel of Lorien has asked. We must respond to her messages with the haste we must. We respond to her messages with the haste we must, and with the messenger those messages deserve, a guardian of proven loyalty to gather the great company in time. That's me. Off we go.
In the watches of the night, messages came from Galadriel of Lorien. Messages that give me pause. The company that set forth from Rivendell with 9 now departs with 8, bearing the gifts of the Lord and Lady. Their road takes them now down the waters of Anduin and beyond my sight.
I get a little taste of the Mirkwood music there. Hi, Fly. And hi, Fly. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good evening. Just settling in to enjoy the little bit of Lotro peace and quiet of Rivendell at first, and then we're off. We're off all over the place. So, hope you're having a good day. Pethalin says, Master Elrond was right to impress upon me the need for haste. If Aragorn has need of the Dunedain, they will need to be gathered with as much speed as can be managed. It will not be an easy task, for the Dunedain are given to wander the wild. They may be scattered all over.
You must travel to Thorinhad to speak with Elrohir.
Okay, so the sons of Elrond have already left for Thorinhad to prepare for the coming journey. Elrohir did say that one of the Dunedain, a ranger named Radonir, was staying for a few days at their camp. As Thorinhad is nearest to Rivendell, you should travel there first. Okay. I have met few of Aragorn's kin, but Radonir is known to me, for he journeys off into the trackless Etten moors and often stays here in Rivendell. For a time, my brethren sought to convince him to join the company in song in the Hall of Fire, as Aragorn would, but Radonir would have none of it. So travel there. We know where that is. Yeah, just arrived in Moria with my warden. Yes, sir. Right on. Hope you're enjoying the mines. Hope you're enjoying the start of the mines. I always love starting the mines in Moria. That's one of my favorite moments in this game. Just those stairs and that that music. Whose is my favorite character in Middle-earth? That's a tough one. That's a definite tough question, and I don't think I've ever been asked that. So that's pretty cool. I would think I guess if I was younger, when I was younger, it used to be Aragorn. I think no doubt about it, just because, like, I really liked how he was kind of like had a really strong character all the way through, but was just dealing with his heritage and couldn't pull it all together, and and then actually comes to that point where the old Bridge of Rivendell almost claimed another victim. I guess everything comes together for him, and he claims his heritage, and he I guess he comes into his own. I always liked that story because it kind of reminded me of, not of me, but like of kind of the type of person that I, like sometimes I've been accused of having like untapped potential, and I believe that in recent years I've kind of finally come into my own and done maybe what I was set here to do. So that's one thing. But I honestly must say that my favorite character is probably Gandalf. I really can't argue against it. I've always been a fan of his. His temper reminds me of mine. Sometimes I just lose my shit. Pardon the language. I just lose my stuff, just temporarily, like blow my top, and then I gather myself, and I'm like, and then it's like when he freaks out at Pippin, and then after he goes to him and he's like, lad, I might as well take this watch because I can't get any sleep anyway. And he talks to him kindly, and I always felt like that happened to me sometimes. Sometimes I'm, I bark a little bit, but I eventually kind of realize what the heck I'm doing and come to my senses. So Gandalf would be it. And yes, High Flies, yeah, I'd be looking forward to it too. I'm actually going to roll another character. I'd like to get my Hobbit burglar that we were covering in the first few streams, though. I'd like to kind of advance him just in the path of the Fellowship. I think that I've still got more stories to tell about this area. We're in the Trollshaws now, and kind of keep that storyline moving. But I've decided I'm going to roll a Lore Master next, and I haven't played a Lore Master in about 2-3 years, and I'm pretty excited about that. So, Book 1, Chapter 1, Gallant as Elf Lords.
Coroneer has left Thorinhad and gone into the wilderness of the Trollshaws.
Oh, that sounds like panic there, my friend. Elro here. He has left a few parcels here, so I'm sure he intends to return, but he should be told the message you bear as soon as may be. I and my brother have already begun to assemble some of the supplies the Rangers will need. So while they do that, let's have a riddle. Let's have our first riddle of the night. So let's see what I've got. And I've got a couple of dad jokes tonight too, guys. So just hope you're excited about that. All right, the first riddle of the night. Kind of a warm up, but I like these. I am weightless, but you can see me. Put me in a bucket, and I'll make it lighter. What am I? I am weightless, but you can see me. Put me in a bucket, and I'll make it lighter. What am I? No Googling here, folks. No tabbing out and checking the thing. We're all on our honor here at Steely Dad Stream. Talk to Elwoleth.
How can I be of service?
Okay, so he left long ago, and he took no horse. Always behind his words to me was a current of, I do not know how best to say it, other than Radnir seemed always to be waiting for something. I wonder if the tidings you bring... I will, Jake. Right after this here. I wonder if the tidings you bring are those for which he has waited so long. Zash! Zash got it without the repetition. Hey, welcome to the stream, Zash, and congratulations. You've solved our first riddle. It is indeed a hole, so I am weightless, but you can see me, and put me in a bucket, and I'll make it lighter. So if you put a hole in a bucket, whatever it's holding will come out of the hole, and it'll make it lighter. So she's telling us that Radnir is waiting for something. I wonder if the tidings you bring are those he's waited for so long for. I wonder if they will send him from the Trollshaws and for how long. I will miss his visits if this be so, for I will not remain in this Middle Earth much longer. Maybe a little romance brewing between Elwoleth the elf and Radnir the ranger, the man of Numenor. But then again, it could just be a good friendship and a deep one, so that happens often. So she tells us where we're going to find him. So yeah, congratulations on that riddle solved. That was a good one. I like that kind of riddle, little bit of a good warm up. Not too long, not too complex. Just some good old fashioned riddling. Now I'm gonna take the horse. There's a horse that goes up near that area. I'm going to take it. Once again, these quests are all level 65. So I'm 5 levels under, and there is quite a bit of combat coming up, especially where Coroneer is. It's a bit of a maze. The fortunate thing is actually you have to go back in there at level 65 for something else. You have to go in for the what's that story? Oh, In Their Absence. That's what it is. It's a storyline called In Their Absence. There's a bunch of level 65 instances that go along with it. I think there's 2 3-persons, 2 6-persons, and a full 12-person raid that some would argue is the best raid in the game. It's a place called Ostdunhof. You can do it at different tiers. It is based at level 65. I don't think you can scale it. I think it just stays at level 65. But I gotta tell you, on the other server that I was playing on Anor, that raid gave us a nightmare, like nightmares with some parts of it before we were able to kind of get it all down. There's not a lot of random aspects, but I just think it was our group form, like build, I guess, of the usual raiding suspects, and I don't remember if we ever had a fully traded yellow lore master. So yeah. So about the raid, or about the Jay's stream. Jay, I had a lot of fun in your stream. I wasn't there for very long myself today. Yeah, Zash, that's just it. That's the feeling I have. It is a great raid. It is. But it's just sometimes a real pain, you know, and depending on group makeup and, you know, like familiarity, and, you know, like sometimes you just do even the first instance with those elephants charging down the walls. Yes, elephants charging down the walls. DN is my first, OD second. Very neat. I think the Tower of Saruman won me over. I love that raid. Holy smoke. Alright. Lyra 1986, raiding with a party of 12. Well, welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome, Lyran and company. We are just about to enter the Linen Caves. So, there's some proximity there. But, thanks for the raid, my friend. I will, hope you had a really good stream, and hope your party is still in good spirits. So we're just kind of getting started here. We're working on Volume 3, Book 1, Chapter 1. And we're just about to head into these caves to try to find Coroneer, the ranger. We're gathering the rangers. So we were just talking about raids, and we were looking at the Boror test server. Oh, interesting. So that's one thing that I was curious about. I'm wondering when. Actually, you may be able to answer this then. About when are we gonna? When should we expect to find the new I guess seasons? Avery, hey Avery, how you doing, buddy? My fellow Greybeard. Hope you're having a good evening, and welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone. You know, in honor of this raid and just having so many folks here, one of the things we do here on this Steely Dad stream is we do ask riddles. So considering there's so many people, Zash, I'm gonna ask you to Lyran stuff the rewards track to max. Oof, all right. I want to find out, yeah, like when should we expect the rewards track and the seasons to start? So anyway, so I will ask Zash that you abstain from this one, just so we get an equal opportunity. So I am going to ask another riddle. I'm gonna find a good one for you guys. That's a good one, but it's quick. Okay, I'm going to ask this one. This is a good one. This is actually a good one. And we're all on our honor. There's no Googling allowed. So just, you know, like, think of the lines and work it out in your brain. And if you've heard it, well, then it'll be easy. But here it goes. Soldiers line up, spaced with pride. 2 long rows lined side by side. One sole unit can decide if the rows will unite or divide. What is it? One more time. Teeth? Nope, not that. Rose Garden, if it's in your book, then abstain. We'll see if we can work it out. If no one's answered in a couple of minutes, then we'll... Soldiers line up, spaced with pride. 2 long rows lined side by side. One sole unit can divide. or can decide if the rows will unite or divide. Railway track junctions switch. Not in this case, no sir. Although I had another riddle that was a railway track, and now I'm gonna. Here it is. Actually, it's on the next. That is a good. So the other riddle was what has 2 spines and a lot of ribs and carries much but never moves. That would have been the train tracks. So I'm gonna skip that one. But no, the answer is not a bridge. Not a bridge. I'll read it once more, and then I'll start into this cave, and we'll see. We'll see if we can all get this one here. Soldiers lined up, spaced with pride. 2 long rows lined side by side. Book, not a book belt. 1 sole unit can decide if the rows will unite or divide. This is a good one. This was my favorite one. Zash, you think you got it? Okay, give it another like 30 seconds, and we'll see. Let's see here what he has to say. Radnir's here. So let me read through Radnir, and if by the end we'll see what happens. Aragorn is my chieftain, my duty to go to his aid, though the dangers of Middle-earth lie in between. This is the moment for which the Dunedain have prepared, and I will not now abandon my kin. I've learned that an orc raiding party from the Edinworths has established a camp within this warren. I cannot leave them here unchallenged. I will brave these caves, yes, and deal with the foes. Somewhere deep within this confusing warren is the entrance to a once-abandoned tomb of men. If the orcs have found it, that is where their leaders will be. Thornhat is less than a day's march, and I will not suffer these orcs to live, that they may threaten what I hold dear. Maybe a reference to the Elfgirl. I will make ready to depart, as you have asked, but I will be grateful if you destroy the orcs and their leaders within the Leyland tunnels and the ruins that lie at their back. After you've done so, return to Elro here, at Thornhat, and tell him of your success. The sons of Elrond lost their mothers. Not hands joining together, and Vlad, thank you very much for the follow, Vlad. I appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're enjoying the riddle. Offense? No, not offense. I will ask the riddle one more time, and then let's see here. Soldiers lined up, spaced with pride. 2 long rows lined side by side. 1 sole unit can decide if the rows will unite or divide. What is it? Zash, I will accept the guess. I will accept the guess from you. Because this is a good one. This one was a stumper. Let's see if you got it. Let's see if you got it in there. And I believe that zip, is that what you folks in the UK call a zipper? Because if it is, then that's the answer. Well done. Well done. I'm assuming that that's what it is. Hey, Noah, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing pretty good, my friend. Are you on the Valheim server right now, Noah? Creating another thing. Zip equals zipper. Good job, Zash. Well, that's amazing. Yes. Well done. Well done. Good job, you guys. And now, for your viewing pleasure, well, no, I may just drive people away with this one. So, but I'm gonna drop one. I think I'm gonna do this. Zash is a master of Google. Jay, a little bit of jealousy. Okay, guys, how can you tell when a joke is a dad joke? How can you tell when a joke is a dad joke? You ready? It becomes apparent. It becomes apparent. And the viewership just... Oh, that was good. I got these from your Godfather, Swimmer the Roo. He sent me a couple of his best, so that was a good one. All right, so let's get on with the caves here after that brutal joke. Let's see if I can handle this. More riddles to come, folks. So as you can see, I made a couple of changes to the stream. Just little ones. I'm doing all right. I built somewhat of a dock settlement. I'm gonna try to pave a road to the main home of the Valheim server. That's cool. That's cool. Anubis, I am fully aware, and I'm not going that deep. I kind of know. I know my. I say I know my way. I haven't done this quest in a couple of years, but I know how to get the things done, and I go as far as the leader, and then I turn around and come back. So I don't have to find the Lost Temple entrance because it's not the In Your Absence quests haven't started yet, But yeah, you can easily get lost in here. That's for sure. So one thing that I did was I actually put up a streaming schedule, and I wanted to talk to you guys about this. I'm actually going to I'm gonna stream regularly Lotro Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's kind of a labor of love, this stream. I've still got a lot to say, and hopefully by the time I kind of exhaust all the material, we'll have a new expansion in, because there really is a whole lot that you can talk about. I mean, I haven't gone up to Porkel yet, haven't gone to Ivandim. So much stuff that I just want to talk about and reminisce about my experiences with these things, and maybe kind of bring a smile of nostalgia to you guys. The other thing that I've done is I've added a Saturday stream. Now, it's a daytime stream. It's I put down a 1 o'clock stream, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have console Saturdays. So I went out and got a capture card, and I'm going to start streaming stuff from consoles just on the weekends. And I think what's going to be really fun is what convinced me of it is last weekend my son was with me, Swimmer the Root, and we were playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, and eventually I got kind of tired, and I was looking on the Switch, and they have the Sega system, the Sega Genesis system on. So what did I put on? You have to be a little on the older side to remember this game when it came out. I put on a game called Toe Jam and Earl. Classic Sega Genesis stuff. I believe it was like released within the first year or two of the system. One of my favorite games. You just walk around. Like, you just, all you need to do is basically make Toe Jam or Earl walk around. And so it was the first time Basila, my significant other, and Alex said, and hey John, welcome to the stream, buddy. Everybody's here. This is fantastic. It's fantastic. And some new people. And is it sad that I know the game? Yeah, well, no, Rose Garden. It's not sad at all. It just shows you have good taste. So anyway, so Swimmeroo, and I am playing a Yellow Line Guardian, actually. I play blue when I tank, but this is my first go with a Yellow Guardian, Anubis, and I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of neat. I've got this, it's like a captain's mark, this Take to Heart, and it's a toggle skill that marks your targets like a captain, and it says it's a reduced chance to hit me and susceptible to more potent versions of your debuffs. It just seems that this line, you put it on something, and then if there's other ads, you do an AoE, and it spreads the mark to the other ads, and then they all just pew, pew, pew. Like I'm playing on Deadly, Deadly +0, but I'm still playing on Deadly, and I made it to level 60 without dying. I went undying to level 60, and my first death was caused by Jay. We'll talk about that later. But yes, it was really fun. I'm still having fun with it, so it's pretty cool. So anyway, so on this weekend, Toe Jam and Earl, and we were just sitting there on the couch, and we were all commentating. It was like an episode of Mystery Science Theater. I don't know if let's see, I traded Toe Jam and Earl from another kid from my copy of Earthworm Jim. Who got more ripped? Earthworm Jim! Swimmery, you gotta be loving this conversation. Yeah, we were talking about that. And yeah, so the Mystery Science Theater thing. And we were all commenting on it, and it was just a lot of fun. That game is so goofy that I was thinking, maybe, you know... Maybe there's some market on this. Maybe we'll throw on the old Cruisin' USA. That's another possibility, Swimmer. I don't know how the heck we capture that, but I'm sure there's a way. We'll figure it out. Yeah, whoa. That was an awful rendition there. But anyway, so some good stuff. Earthworm Jim, but not Toe Jam and Earl. You know, maybe we'll throw some on that weekend stream. Anyway, the weekend stream's just a kind of a for fun thing. So while, you know, there might not be a lot of Lotro streamers, and it may, if I list the category as like being some really ridiculous thing and start playing that game, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen, but at the same time, it's like, this is just a labor of love for me, so so I'm just gonna roll with it and see what happens. So we'll do that. The other thing that's new, and I hope you guys are all having a good time. I really do. This is a lot of fun. These streams are a lot of fun, and some really good people. This stream has attracted, like, I gotta say, I didn't honestly expect there to be very many people, and I've said this many times before, but we've got some really good folks And maybe it's Lotro. Maybe it's because there's good folks that play the game. Maybe it's just friends of good folks have joined and they're good folks. Anyway, I'm a big fan of good folks. And that's the last time I'll say folks in a while. So, okay, so continuing on in the maze. One more thing. Did my Sega Genesis come with Altered Beast? Mine, I got an Echo the Dolphin. I got an Echo the Dolphin version. So it was a little later that I got my Genesis. So no, but I played Altered Beast, yes, but no, it was an Echo the Dolphin Sega Genesis. No, I'm lying. It was a Sonic the Hedgehog Sega Genesis. I forgot. I picked it up from a store. It's actually called Canadian Tire. My mom used to work there years ago at it's a kind of a Home Depot style store, so I hated that Dolphin with a torture game. Yeah, I guess maybe not a lot of people, but I know Sonic. I actually had Sonic because I remember the very first time I turned it on. I got the Sega, that little kind of chant there. So it was definitely Sonic that I had with my Sega Genesis. Maybe I saw the Echo to the Dolphin Sega Genesis, and I was kind of like, But Sticky Plasters, welcome to the stream, Sticky. Hope you're having a good time. We are lost in the lane and caves. No, we're not lost. I think actually I'm coming up to the end, if I'm not mistaken. I run across here, come down, and in the next room is the Defiler and the Leader that I want. My brother and I traded our old Nintendo for a friend's Genesis. That is a brave trade, John. That is a brave trade. I think one of the times I almost got suckered as a kid was someone wanted to trade my Nintendo for their Sega Master System. And, because it was I think it was Christmas of 1986. And I don't want to date myself here. But at the same time, you did! Okay. Sticky Plasters, Pimp Kush, changed my name to be more... Well, there's my adopted son. Well, welcome to the stream, Pimp, the person formerly known as Pimp, Sticky Plasters. I kind of suspected something, because not too many other people refer to me with that term, but I didn't want to make any assumptions. So, so they wanted to trade me that Sega Master System for my Nintendo Entertainment System, and I had a good NES. I had the one with the light gun, and it came with Mario and Duck Hunt. Defeat the Orc Leader. I think he's in the next room. So I thought about it because I really liked the Wonder Boy game. I can't remember what it was called. I think just Wonder Boy in Monsterland or something. And I really liked that game, and it was pretty cool at the time. And I think there was another game that I really liked for that. There was Phantasy Star for the Sega Master System too. That was a cool classic game. Anyway, I didn't make the trade because I've got this thing about sentimentality, and if you haven't guessed, I'm a bit of a sentimental person at heart. Eastside Mario's Wonder Boy in Monsterland, so epic I made my kids play they re-released it? Oh, Avery. Oh, you might have just unleashed the beast. I love that game. I really did. And Phantasy Star was great. Yeah, Swimmer has almost every console. So my uncle JC, stands for Jean-Claude. Anyway, he bought that system for me. And okay, that's it. That's as far as I'm going in this cave. So you can kind of see I'm going to bring up the map here. So look at where we've come. We're going to zoom up here, back there, all the way through here. And it just continues. This maze is crazy. Yeah, same as Jean-Claude Van Damme. Only it's very much French Canadian, not the Brussels, the muscles from Brussels. Anyway, so JC bought me that system, and I really, when I got a gift, especially something of that magnitude. I mean, we didn't have a lot of money when I was young. And my favorite quote is, like, when I was a kid, we were so poor, the only thing we exchanged at Christmas were glances. So that was kind of one of my little jokes. It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad, but I must say that, like, sentimentality kind of took over, and I didn't really want to sell that unit or trade it. So anyway, It was all good. It was all good. Now, let me explain to you what... Rose Garden, you're going to get a kick out of this. You're involved in this long tale, okay? So, I didn't make the trade, but just a couple of years later... it is. So, a couple of years later, your mom met your dad... And your dad came with a Sega Master System. And your dad had Wonder Boy and Monster World. So I actually got to play it without making the trade. This would have been like around 1988. So yeah, your dad and I used to play a lot of games together when we were kids. Or when we were kids. When I was a kid, he was like, about a dozen years older than me, I think. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So... I kind of forgot about that as the story went on. It just came back to me. So yeah. So pretty cool stuff. Anyway, I found my way. I think I found my way out. I'm just honestly taking the beating. I'm not really staying here to fight orcs that I don't really need to fight. So just hoping I can find the way out. So anyway, as I was getting to, this was all about the stream, and kind of it went off on a rabbit hole of good old classic video games. And maybe I dated myself a little bit, but I am in my mid 40s, so it's I don't mind being dated. I'm still not that old. A little too old for Overwatch, but young enough to still catch on a few things. Anyway. So, one other thing that I added to the stream, as you can see, the channel point icon has changed. I have added Steely coins to the stream currency. That's the good news. The bad news is there's nothing really much to buy with them yet, but I do have plans. We're gonna do our riddle buying option, and I was thinking about this too. I don't know, as I'm playing Super C. Oh, do you know the code for Super C? You get 10 guys. So, yes, critics, Steely coins. So, they are new. And, yeah, critic, well, welcome back. I know you kind of stay silent a little bit, except if you know the answer to a riddle, and that's all good. But welcome back. You were actually one of my first followers, I think, that just kind of stumbled upon the channel. So I really appreciate that you're here, and I appreciate all you. You're all here. So I'm yeah, this is all good. This is so much fun. Anyway, when I get back, I am going to pose another riddle. That wasn't Blood Family. I'm talking about Marcel Rose Garden. I don't know if you realize that or not, but your dad used to have that system. Anyway, critic, I'm trying to get better at talking. It'd be easier if Twitch would send notifications. Yeah, I'm a noob to this Twitch stuff too. It's kind of I'm feeling around in the dark and hoping that I actually get lucky. I feel like a freshman fumbling at a bra. Anyway, that's kind of an old term. We'll just forget about that. It's a family channel. It's a PG rated channel. So there's my PG-13 comment. Let's see here. I'm taking a wrong... you know what? I think I took a wrong turn. Where am I going to come out if I come out here? Not where I want to. It was an apt simile, to be fair. Yes. Let's see. Okay, I've got the right road now. Okay, so while I'm riding here, let's see if we can find another riddle, shall we? I'm going to ask a little bit of a longer one this time. It has a few more lines, so we'll and then I'll grab this horse. And while I'm on the horse ride, I'll pose this riddle. Okay, here we go. Has no feet but travels far, is literate but not a scholar, has no mouth yet clearly speaks. What is it? It has no feet but it travels far, is literate but not a scholar, and has no mouth yet clearly speaks. What is it? Word? Not quite, although you're somewhat Not quite, Manbear J. Also, you're not quite there, but you're on the right track. You're kind of on the right. Swimmer the Roo. Swimmer the Roo got it, folks. A letter. A letter travels far, has no feet, travels far, is literate but not a scholar, has no mouth yet clearly speaks. So that's one. Let's ask another one. This is kind of a good puzzle time here. So Swimmeroo, you're not allowed to answer this next one. So I was thinking mail, but letter is far more nice. So yeah, so Swimmeroo, just and we'll see what's going on. Okay. Men seize it from its home, tear apart its flesh, drink the sweet blood, then cast its skin aside. What is it? Men seize it from its home, tear apart its flesh, drink the sweet blood, then cast its skin aside. What is it? But Jay, right off the bat, that's the answer I was looking for, my friend. An orange. It is some kind of fruit. Great, good stuff. We got some pretty sharp minds going on here, and I know you guys. It's getting late over there, so that's oh hell yes, that's awesome, Jay. That's your first one of the night. Hashtag proud dad. So let's see here. Talk to Elro here at Thornhad. And that's for Swimmer too, you know, like it's pretty cool that you guys are getting these so quick. Book 1, Chapter 1.
You have given Coroneer the message? Good.
Good. That's all he has to say? Good. Alright. He will be able to find some others, but now you must travel west. Map to the Lone Lands. I think I'm going to take this map. You love to hear it, yes.
Contact is certain to join the great company. But he must first...
The Dunedain may be scattered across the wilds of Eriador. My brother and I know the locations of a few, and from those few you will learn where it's found. So the ranger Candaith was a help to us as we scoured the lands to the south, following the rage of the Bruinen, and we spoke as often as speed would allow on that journey, and he had many interesting tales to tell of the Lone Lands. I have many interesting tales to tell of the Lone Lands, but we'll get into that another time. You will find us camped there at the base of Amon Sul of Weathertop. Tell him that Aragorn has need of his kin, and off we go. So the nice thing about this quest is that it used to kind of give different rewards, but one thing you could get was a map to the next area. So this is a map to the Lone Lands, and if I use it, zoom, I go right there. And I am just going to say this in the game. This is Osirin, are you on the stream? Just wanted to ask because I'm going to say hello to you live on stream. I just got a hello. I'm going to respond to this in the game. Hey, Osirin, just streaming at the moment. Hey, there he is. So you can see my message to you being kind of like I'm typing right on. And I'll echo what I'm saying. Hope you're doing well. There you go. Personalized messages right here on the Steely Dan. Inception, indeed. All right, so now we're in the Lone Lands. Just like that, there's the ruins of Weathertop over there. So let's see here. Yeah, we're going to Candid. Swim, it's all you, lurking away. Rose is a lurker. My dear Rose, my dear cousin, is lurking. So Swimmeroo is the mod. Haven't seen my other cousin, Real Mr. Dom, yet. I don't know if he's lurking, but I'm hoping he's having a good day. Real Mr. Dom right now is working. He works till 8, and he's he joined us in that instance last night. John, I gotta say, John, Jay, and let's see here. I'm so bad with names, but I'm catching on. It just takes me a couple seconds here. And Valve. So John, Jay, Valve, and Dom. That's what it was. That was our group. So we had this instance last night that we didn't. I really want to say again, now that you're all kind of here, well, except for Dom, I'll thank him personally. But that was so much fun. Really, thanks a lot for making that happen. I know it's late for you guys. It was like 1 a.m. for those of you in the UK, and you know, just for you guys to stay up and do that was pretty awesome. I really appreciate that. Okay, so let's see here. Candaith says,
so the time has come at last.
To stand with Aragorn, son of Arathorn, my lord and the chieftain of the Dunedain. In my heart I knew the day would come, for as the shadows had lengthened, the need for Aragorn to accept his mantle has become all the more pressing. I have come to love the lands between the Forsaken Inn and the Last Bridge, but it will grieve me to leave them, but I will do so. I will join the great company and travel south as you have asked. While I make ready to leave, will you retrieve a hidden cache of supplies I prepared some time ago? I left a sword, some gloves, and a few other supplies. I didn't even know. I don't think I've ever read this. I didn't know that he left a sword, some gloves, and a few other supplies. I know where he wants me to go, but I didn't know that. So yeah, Billy, yes, hail King Elisar. I am considering a RuneScape. I'm just, I was actually considering it a lot more before I got news that my son was coming in to town this weekend again, which I'm totally thrilled with. So, it's a big decision though, because I can see, you know, like I've told you guys this story before with Lotro, and I can't believe we've already been live for an hour. That's crazy. This is just like, this is totally flown by. That's amazing. But with Lord of the Rings Online, I bought this game. I bought it in 2007 from Walmart. I could have been a founder. I could have been that contender. But I could have been a founder. But I sat on the game because I was like, if I open this package, you know, it's like Pandora's box, because I know how much I love the lore. I know how much I love Tolkien, and for me to have this game was dangerous. It was, you know, there are some dangers, and it's like any other addiction. And lo and behold, is there an orc here? There is. Look at Orsk Dulug. He's a half-orc. An unsavory gentleman stands where you thought.
Looks like you might be easy picking.
Looks like you might be easy pickings. Well, we'll see, Orsk Dulug. What are you looking at? It seems to me that these lands should be big enough for you to find a path that takes you out of my sight, little man. Horsdale follows your gaze and smirks. You like this sword? Found it, I did. And these gloves and a few other choice items. Sometimes you find these little caches in the wild, left by rangers, I suspect. Easy pickings if you asked me. Looks like you might be easy pickings too. I'll be taking your gear and your coins, not my steely coins. Let's see, I had a beta account for Lotro. I hope to retrieve one day if they bring the old accounts back. Oh boy, and RuneScape is dangerous. Billy, you understand what I mean. And Lotro is easily one of the 3 best MMOs. I'm biased in that. And I'm not sure. This is going to be a cool question that I'd like to ask you guys in just a second after I kick this Orsk Dulug's behind. I'm going to bend him over. I'm going to take out the roll, and I'm just going to wipe it. And we'll be done with this half-orc. Die, he says. Well, I have other plans for you. Of course he's orange. No, he wanted my steely coins. I'm inspired. I am inspired by crazy friends. Let's just put it to you that way. There he falls. Is robbery a failure, and you retrieve candidate's goods. Alright, good stuff. So, I'm going to say this. Are there any of you who are watching right now who have played Lotro without ever seeing the books or the movies? And if there are, if you've never read the books, if you've never seen the movies, what do you think of the game? You know, like, just as a game all unto itself, do you find it's like, hey, that's a pretty cool MMO. It's got, like, you know, neat stories and stuff. Are there any? I don't know the answer. So, but I am definitely biased in that regard. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. We got a visitor. You want to come and say hello? Oh, boy. Oh, you are a chungus. Oh, there's my big cat. Oh, look at this monster. He's a 22-pound monster. Yes. So this is Diesel. My orange tabby. I'm just playing with his pork chop here. And he's got a nice little Jupiter spot on this foot. So he's taken to sleeping in a box in the room. So he's very easygoing. I can pretty much do anything. If Basila tries stuff like this, she usually gets bitten. So, all right, it's time for you to go. Time for you to go down. All right, you can go in the box. Oh boy, there you go. All right. If you don't want to stay in the box, you don't have to. But nope, you're out. You're out after that, eh? All right. The only difficulty with Diesel is he's a shedder. So, yeah. But I think what I'm going to do is Swimmer the Roo had an idea of spending channel points so that I could get the cats, you know, like maybe 2,000 points and I'll go get Diesel. Or like maybe 1,000 points because he's cheap. I can get the other one's here. Hey, Roo. So this is the gray one. This is the other tabby. It's seldom that they're seldom seen together, but he's a sausage too. Both of these cats are very loving. You can kind of do whatever you want to them. But this is Riley, and Riley's a bit of a pain. But I do all kinds of stuff with Riley. I get him to play the drums. I get him to like cast spells. Like, you want to be a wizard? I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm getting to, and then you know, like he casts. I get him to do some magic spells. So I think I'll like have 1,000 channel points for one cat, and then, you know, maybe 3,000 for Diesel, because Diesel's by far the more valuable of the two. I like to kick Riley around just So these two cats are so easygoing. Right now they're just sitting at the door. They're like waiting. You know, it's like, are you gonna come and get us again? You know, are you gonna feed us? Because the true method to a cat's heart is food. And I treat these cats very well. They get all kinds of cool treats and stuff. So maybe that's the secret. Give your cat more food. Okay, let's see here. Candide says,
I'm pleased to have these items back. Thank you.
I would be willing to part with the contents of the cache steely. Items hidden in the wild once found should go to their founders. But once Orstalug sought to use my items to rob you, okay. I'm pleased to have them back. So now I've got the map to Bree.
We will have need of Cyrodiil's calming wisdom on the road south.
Okay, so you should next bring your message to Ceridon in Breeland. He is more settled than some of the others of my kin, but no less a vital part of the great company. We will have need of Ceridon's calming wisdom on the road south, for though we have need of haste, so too do we need to keep our wits about us. Too often can the hasty road lead to carelessness. Don't be hasty. Ceridon will help prevent this. So, let's see here. Food works with any creature, myself included. Jay, I'm going to say it. I said it already today. I think you need to treat yourself to a succulent Chinese meal this Friday. I really do. Like tomorrow, I'm planning on treating myself to a meal. That's for sure. You got to treat yourself sometimes, my friend. Okay, so that tells you where we're going, and then Candide gives you a wistful smile. It is true we don't know what we will find as we ride south. I will look out over these lone lands and wonder what will happen to them when we have gone, but this is something we must do. Each of us has sworn an oath to Aragorn our chief, and none of us will break that oath. We know the risks. None of us would join the Great Company if we felt its errand was not important enough to brave those risks. For my part, I will not give in to fear of the unknown. We all have our role to play, and I only hope that when I have played mine, the world will have been better for mine having been in it. I really like this line, and it's a sad story. Candidate's story is a sad one. 9 out of 10 impression. Well done, sir. I will actually I will try that again sometime. Maybe I'll get that 10 out of 10. Okay, so talk to Ceridon in Breeland. The map is up. Let's go. And while we do this, I'm going to pose another riddle. Another riddle. Yes. Okay. Here's a good one. Just gonna see where I am here, just in case I'm not popping out. This is a good little quest to do it too. Oh, you're right here at the fort. Okay. So here's the riddle, guys. Comes in bits and pieces. Put together forms a whole. It's athletics for the mind. The more you think, the more you find. Sometimes it can be a grind, but then that is the goal. A jigsaw. I will accept the jigsaw because Manbear J do you folks call jigsaw puzzles just jigsaws over there? Like, I know we call oil here, or gas, we call it gas or gasoline. You guys call it petrol. And we've already talked about the zip. So is a jigsaw what you guys call a puzzle? Like if you say, let's do a jigsaw, you know, everybody knows that it means like you're going to do a puzzle. Because if so, you're the winner again, and that's 2 for 2. So pretty good stuff. But the answer is indeed a puzzle. And then I'll ask this one. This one's good. This one's good too. Okay, I'm gonna actually ask it. It's a puzzle in which you fit pieces together to make a picture. Yes, so it's a jigsaw puzzle. So we basically sometimes just call them puzzles, over here. Or we'll call them like box puzzles, or we'll call them jigsaw puzzles. So one of those descriptions. But anyway, you got the correct answer, and in like record time. I'm wondering, are you going to Google? Are you breaking your honor on my channel and going to Google, or are you just right on the pin? I will go with the latter because I have faith in you. So, okay. The next riddle is this. To give me to someone I don't belong to is cowardly, but to take me is noble. I can be a game, but there are no winners. What am I? To give me to someone I don't belong to is cowardly, but to take me is noble. I can be a game, but there are no winners. What am I? Alright, let's go find Ceradan while you guys ponder that riddle. Love? Not the answer I'm looking for this time, Jay. Not the answer. No. Not this one. And I hope you guys are having a good time. This is actually one of my favorite streams so far. This is cool. Just if I was right, I would have been sussy. Yes, yes, you would have. You were a little sussy of me there today, Jay, when I got that answer to the music. And it's just, I was just searching my mind for that theme song because I was like, I know this song. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Let's see here. So we're at Ceradan.
Aragorn has need of us, and that is all we need know.
Okay, I will travel south as many of the Dunedain as can be gathered in haste. Aragorn has need of us, and that is all we need to know. He looks wistfully around the yard. I feel for the people of this land. Without the Dunedain... yeah. I will repeat, Rose. I'm just going to get through Ceradan's speech here. Without the Dunedain to protect them, great numbers of an unruly sort have already come to Bree, and the brigands of the countryside will have no want for members, while the rangers are not around to keep their ranks in check. I will make ready to depart. While I do so, will you speak with old Barlaban at the Prancing Pony? He does not think much of rangers, but I would have you ask him to take especial care of his inn and the town for the next several months if it comes to that. He will not understand, but I want him to at least have some warning that troubles may lie in store in Bree. So sure, we'll do that. And the riddle again is, to give me to someone I don't belong to is cowardly, but to take me is noble. I can be a game, but there are no winners. What am I? I don't like the look of those rangers one bit. That's my impression of that character, John. I used to love the voice acting, guys. I love the voice acting in this game. There are some. I love the elf, and he gets me every time. It's this elf, and he has this laid-back voice, and he's like, "Sweet-eyed melon," or sometimes he'll say like, "Sweet-eyed melon," and my heart cannot sing today. There's a bunch of little sayings that he's got, but I really like that guy. Let's see. Is it the fall? No, it is not the fall. It's not the fall, Rose. This is a good one. This is a tricky one. I'm going to give you the first two lines, and basically the first two lines are a good lead. The second line is almost like another option to solve the riddle. Kind of describes the same thing. So here we go. To give me to someone I don't belong to is cowardly, but to take me is noble. I can be a game, but there are no winners. What am I? What is Riddle? Was talking to roommate. There, critic, I hope you caught it. I hope you caught it that time, my friend. Life? Nope, not life in this one, Avery. Not life. A vile maw is looking for 4 DPS. Well, that's not me, that's for sure. Always not what I guess. The Rose Garden. It is. It's blame. Did you look that up in your book, Rose Garden? And critic got it, came in second. Rose Garden, you better not have looked in that book. But yes, so to give me to someone I don't belong to, give the blame to someone that the blame doesn't belong to them is cowardly. It's like, she did it, But to take me is noble. So to accept, no, I didn't have it. That's good. That's great, Rose. I'm proud of you. That's an awesome win. And you know what? Since I got it backwards, I'm gonna read. Yes, I will. I'm gonna read another dad joke. It's about 1:20 into the stream, and I'm gonna read one more. So This one's kind of I think a more common one, but we'll see. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? You give up? 10 tickles. 10 tickles. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? 10 tickles. 10 tickles. Yes, sir. Ooh, no excess. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Bruh. I'm not your bra, I'm your dad. Although you may not want to admit that after that riddle or after that dad joke. That's a rough one. But 10 tickles? 10 tickles? That's funny. Funny. Let's see here. Okay, so we're on our way to Barlam Butterbur. I got it backwards too. I thought blame. Yeah, email. No excess. Oh boy. Swim, don't fall off that tree. Oh boy. Alright. In we go. And the viewership plunges to 0. Okay, so Barlaman's here. Now I gotta do some chores for Barlaman here. So let's watch. First he says, oh my.
Will you look at me?
They really
going on and on like this.
they really, yeah. I feel that, Parliament. Will you look at me going on and on like this? That fellow Ceradan does come to the pony from time to time, and we talk about the state of things in Bree. Not as often as I'd like, of course. For every moment of peace, there are always 10 things that need doing, and no way to make them all fit into the time available. Still, I do what I can, and wouldn't trade the pony for anything. I wouldn't either. That's kind of my pipe dream, guys, is I'd like to own my own tavern. Or pub. Not a full-fledged like bar, not a dance club, just a pub. I really would. I'd like to call it like some play on the Green Dragon, but if you want to know my pipe dream, if you want to know what Steely really wants to do, maybe in my retirement years, is maybe like own a pub. You know, maybe for people as old as I am, you know, when I get there, but we'll see. No fights are going to start among the geriatric, you know, like 65 plus, unless, you know, maybe we'll be rowdy when we're at 65. I don't know. But anyway, folks say that Ceradan's a ranger, but if he is, he's more respectable than most. Has a cabin near Bree, you know, and even spares a smile for his neighbors, which is more than I've seen from others of that kind. Catfish says, I would visit your pub, Billy. You know, like I do want to end up in Florida, so that might be a connection possibility there. So, will you look at me going on and on like this? There's no time for idle chatter. There are foodstuffs sitting in one of the parlors that need to be brought out here for preparing. Will you go and fetch some of them? Apples, pears, mushrooms. You'll see the crate, you will, and you'll be a help to me if you hurry. All right. So this is kind of a fetch quest, and there's this fool here, this growling southerner. What will be on the TV in the pub, Steely Dad? Well, I hope to have several TVs. One of them playing, like, you know, it'll be really old by the time I hit that age. Unless I win the lottery, of course, then maybe like next year. Anyway, so that southerner said, I would hate to see you drop that plate. Get out of my sight. These apples and pears will be made into a delicious cobbler. Now bring me the next goods. So I'm thinking at least one would be a radio station. Preferably playing some Steely Dan or other good 70s tunes. You know, some kind of yacht rockish stuff. Fleetwood Mac, definitely a fan. You again, why haven't you guys gone yet? You know, some Boz Skaggs. That's another one that could go on that pub. Anything with Michael McDonald. So you got the Doobie Brothers, you've got Michael McDonald's own stuff. Maybe some Kenny Loggins, you know. So anyway, if you haven't guessed, I'm kind of revealing my current taste in music. So if those bands resonate with any of you, then I think we get along well on a road trip. Now I'm carrying a pumpkin. Look at this. Look at this pic. There's a noble man carrying a pumpkin. You want to know how he lost that eye? That's another story. Maybe I'll have it. I'll have it as one of the channel points. But anyway, so yeah. So those are some of the tunes that I like. This guy says, "Don't drop that pumpkin. If it splatters my boots, I'll have you lick up the mess." Wow, wow. I can't wait till we can go on a road trip. Me either. I am dying. Got a brand new vehicle, and I'm dying to kind of take it on a long road trip. So, Ceradan's watchfulness.
Some rude types have come to Bree lately.
Some rude types, eh? You've been a great help to me, and I won't forget it. So much to do, so very much to do, but you're welcome to stay as long as you like. Join the company, sing a song, warm yourself by the fire. We've done all three. As the flatulent flautist, I have sang a song, I've joined the company, I've warmed myself by the fire, I've even yelled at the other people on stage. So, Barliman pauses and his eyes pass briefly over the crowd. There's one more thing, actually, Steely, he says in a hushed tone. There have been a few rude types come to Bree lately, and they've been scaring off some of the townsfolk who like to come to the Pony of a night. Regular visitors, you know, good folk. I'm sorry I broke my promise. Good folk who come by for a spot of ale and some cheer. I hope maybe some of you are enjoying a spot of a drink and some cheer while you're watching the stream. So this is I won't take back my word about saying folk. Anyway, do you think you might have a word with the fellow at that table there? Ukdrud, I think his name is, and he's a coarse sort. Maybe you can encourage him to finish his mug of beer and find somewhere to go for the night. Only he hasn't rented any lodgings here, and I just as soon he took his loud friends somewhere else. I would tell him myself, but there's so much to do. Alright. He is kind of hiding back here. I am not. I don't know if I've ever told him on this, but I haven't drank since last August. I do recall, and, you know, but Pepsi Max, I mean, if you're just chilling, Manbear J, with a Pepsi Max, and you're enjoying the stream, and you're playing RuneScape, or you're playing whatever it is you're playing, and you're just chilling, that's exactly what I'm aiming for, so... sorry, Swimmer, sorry. What did you say to me? I have as much a right to this table as anyone here, more so once the rest of my friends get here. Oh, there'll be some changes around here, I don't mind telling you. Are you still here? You made me mad, and now you're gonna pay for it. I will see you outside by the north gate of Bree if you have any courage at all. We won't be bothered there. I will teach you a lesson about respecting Ukdrud and his boys, a lesson this whole town is going to have to learn. This guy, I will see you outside and we'll settle this. This guy reminds me a lot of guys in my hometown. And quite often, so this has happened to me on quite a few occasions, right? Now, you know, you can't really tell on the stream. Maybe you can tell I'm a little kind of, you know, I'm a little heavyset because, you know, maybe my face shape or whatever. But, like, I'm a big dude, you know, I'm like 6'5", 250, used to play both middle linebacker and either guard or center on the offensive line, although I was pretty tall for a center, but I played some football, and I'm a pretty good dude. But when I'm sitting there, I tend to slouch, and I tend to kind of, like, you know, I carry my weight very well, so I'm not, I don't look monstrous as I'm sitting there. So, quite a few times, you know, in my thing, you know, I'm talking and, you know, friends are talking and there's someone gets uppity and, you know, I'm yelling over at them like, you know, be quiet in not those terms, you know, I usually use a 4-letter kind of, anyway, so I tell them to be quiet and then they, you know, like they get in arguments because I was a bit of a hothead too back then. And then they'd want to, you know, they'd want to meet me outside at the edge of town. And then I'd stand up and then they just, you know, I was just kind of had a bit much to drink. Sorry, you know, let me buy you a beer. And I don't know how many times that's happened, but I got a lot of free beers as I was growing up. So that's kind of an old cool Steely tale. But when I was cool, like from the last stream. All right, so he is out here somewhere. There he is. All right. Ukdrud!
There'll be changes around here. I don't mind telling you.
This guy's got a great voice. I didn't think you'd show. We're going to own this town in a couple of weeks, and that fat innkeeper in here will have to beg for table scraps from Ukdrud and his boys. Just like you're going to need to beg for mercy in a few minutes, man. I may even grant it. Alright, off we go. Just like that, it's on. I don't even know what he's trying to beat me with. A sword. A sword, no shield. He's a brave fella. Or, there we go. Alright, one of us is weak and one of us is strong. Fair enough. Alright, talk to Sarah. So guys, once again, welcome to the stream. Hopefully I'm not getting a little too nostalgic or disturbing with my reminiscence of violence. Anyway, there was no violence. Actually, I was more of a peacekeeper. I actually worked in a pub as a bouncer when I was working my way through college. And I've had some interesting nights doing that job, let me tell you. But we're going to turn that in. And I've got another riddle for you. But if you're enjoying the stream and you're new here, welcome. I know we had Vlad. He joined us tonight. And if anyone else is here, and Liren was a first-time raider. I don't think he's ever raided my channel before, so that was pretty cool. But if you like what you're hearing, if you like this kind of chill gameplay and some little witty banter, as witty as I can, I guess, make it, go ahead and hit the follow button. I would appreciate it, and I would appreciate you coming back and maybe getting some riddles in, and putting in your answers and 2 cents on the game. I'm assuming everybody here is a Lord of the Rings fan, so.
I was right to worry then.
I was right to worry then, I feared it was so. Very few of these people know the safety they feel is the result of the tireless work of the Dunedain, and yet our road must take us south, into lands far away from the well-meaning proprietor of the Prancing Pony. He may not trust rangers, but my people are no less fond of him and his simple life than they are of their own sons and daughters. I hope his town and his inn will remain safe until we return. If we return, we can. And that's a prophecy there.
Holros loves the Shire and its people.
Okay, I will take it upon myself to gather several others of the Dunedain that may be found within Breeland, but you should make your way to the Shire! Back to the Shire! Yay! At a camp near the green fields, you should find Halros. Halros loves the Shire and its people and has watched over them for many years. Ray! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, this is an old friend here, and I will get into that. So, Halros, did I see the new Rings of Power teaser posters? I did. From on Jay's channel, he had posted, and we watched them about like 50 times that day. So, and we always got a kick out of Galadriel's tongue roll. But anyway, Halros loves the Shire. Okay, so Raymay is an old Lotro friend. We made friends in Anor, and we were part of a kin called the Mithril League. Very, very fun kin. I don't regret my time in Mithril League at all. It was always fun. We had some really good banter, and Raymay is one hell of a hunter. Let me tell you. When I told you Fulis and I were chatting, I'm gonna just give it to you straight. So my cousin, Real Mr. Dom, has a character named Fulis, and we were chatting about like the party, and if we're gonna do instances, what kind of character he should have and whatever. And we were reminiscing about Mithril League, and it was just like, like basically when you and her character on the other server was named Penny. Penny Eyes, I believe, was the hunter. And Penny, when we had Penny and Real Mr. Dom and Fulis on the same team, we had all the DPS we needed. So thank you very much for joining us tonight, Penny and Ray. And yeah, I hope you're having time. I noticed you were on actually earlier. You're not on anymore, but you were on your captain earlier, and I saw you when I first logged in. So welcome to the stream, and hope you're having a good time. So, okay, so we're off to the Shire, we're off to the Greenfields, and again, guys, this is just another example of, like, good friends you meet along the way. I started playing this game 14 years ago. I don't know how many friends I've made, over the years, just having fun, and, several kinships, running them, helping run them, being a contributing member, and, just honestly, sometimes just joining pickup groups. So you never know when you're going to meet your next partner, and this Twitch stream has brought a few of you in contact. Avery, you're one of them, and it's pretty cool to meet people in so many different ways through the love of a game. So I really get a kick out of that. So. All right, so we are in the Shire, and I think I will pose another riddle. Halros. Okay.
There are troublemakers loose in the Green Hill country.
Oh, this is a good one to read riddle too, because riddles too, because this is a bit of a long one. So long as there are goblins beneath the green fields, I will maintain my watch over the Shire. That is my duty given to me by my chieftain Aragorn. Halros listens intently as you tell him of the need for the Grey Company. I see. I need time to prepare. I've been just about to deal with a particular matter when you arrived. If you can take care of it for me, it'll give me time to set things in order. There are troublemakers loose on the road that runs through the Green Hill country. I fear they may do some real harm before they are stopped. Can I walk the road and visit the town of Stock, ending the threat of the troublemakers there? I fear they may be brigands or worse, and these are more bold than they have been in the past. Return then to me, and we can talk again. All right, so we have to deal with a couple of these troublemakers. So Avery, we did see the posters, and my own personal opinion is that I'm cautiously optimistic. I mean, it's cool to find any new material, dealing with Middle Earth. And I don't want to be pessimistic. I really just don't want to say, I have no faith in this at all. It's going to be awful. I don't want to think about that. I just prefer to say that, maybe someone will take a new spin that kind of, brings a little bit of warmth back into that cold hearth, that is Middle Earth. And tell a story from a new perspective. I'm hoping it's that. And that's it, Jay. That's pretty much it. I hope it's good is the best I can say. I'm excited, of course, as any fan of either the movie trilogy or the Hobbit series or both, and the books, or just a Tolkien fan can be. It just seems to kind of come out of nowhere, But I mean, it is a classic tale and a classic stories that they're drawing from. Now, one extra aspect for me that I'm excited about is I love the appendices. I love the talks of Numenor, and things that were kind of going on there. There's a really good story in the appendices about, I believe it's actually in Unfinished Tales, about one particular king of Numenor and his bride, and how that whole story played out. And I really enjoyed it. It was kind of a reluctant bride who thought the king may have been a bit too big for his britches, and she didn't really want to be trapped in the doings of the court. But I can't honestly recall that name. But it took place in the Second Age, and another thing about it is that eventually she married this king, and the king was gone more than he was on Numenor, and it's kind of funny because she grew resentful. It's kind of a human nature thing. This queen grew resentful of her husband because he was gone more often than he was home governing his country. And eventually she just said, I'm out. I'm going back to live in the country, going back to live, raise my son in the country where I was brought up. And when he comes back, I guess, he can send for me then, but I think I'm just going to stay here. And I guess he came back, and in the end it was all a big, she's accusing him. She's saying, you're gone more often than you're here. It's a, kind of a story that can be told about in modern times about several things. And the king...
You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang.
Oh, okay. So this is a fight here. You'll be in for a fight. Knock some sense into these guys. There's a couple of hobbits here just cheering me on. Anyway, so when he gets back, he kind of tells the story about how he's been visiting Middle-earth, and he's a good friend of the Elven King, Gil-galad, the last of the Elven Kings in Middle-earth, and he's been doing all this good in Gondor and helping out that kingdom, and he's kind of been one of the key winners of that war, and so he had his reason to be gone. And that's a story right out of the Unfinished Tales book. And I always enjoyed that story just because of how, it plays out, misunderstandings. It's like, who is right in that case? Should the king have basically stayed home on... And in his absence, Numenor kind of suffered because they had no king, right? It was just kind of like it had to govern itself for years at a time because he was gone for years at a time with his fleet. And so it's kind of, who was in the right? Was she in the right? Was he in the right, doing the greater good? Was she in the right that his duty was to his people first on the island, and then other people? But it was a good tale, good tales from Tolkien in that Second Age, and I hope we get some of them. So yes, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm not going to commit and say I'm over the moon, but I am pretty excited, and I will be tuning in. Let's just put it to that. Happy wife, happy life. Yes, silly king should know better. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that is the saying. Then there's another saying from a song. If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, I'm not gonna finish that song. You can look it up from that first lyric, but it's kind of a derogatory, that you may not wanna you may not want to come back to. Or you may not want to take a real beauty for a wife or a husband. You might be better off taking someone who may have more to offer in other ways than features. Let's just put it to you that way. So that's a good song. There's a lot of truth to that. Yes, indeed. I'm excited we made Traveling Harfoot's first contact with other races, also dwarves. I'm excited because I want to see dwarves from other kingdoms. And I'm pretty sure that's where we're going, Avery, is like it might not just be the dwarves of Durin. We're looking at 6 other houses of dwarves. And I'm excited to see how that's going to play out too. And also, are we going to see the Blue Wizards? Are the Blue Wizards going to land? Because they did land in the Second Age in Middle-earth. Now, where is this person? Oh, right there, the Troublemaker. Let's see what he has to say. These voice actors are pretty good in this one.
You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang.
He says the same thing as the other one. Alright, so let's see here. I got orders from up top that they say I can do what I like in these lands, and I plan to do just that. I fancy this house, and no man is going to stand in my way neither. It's too small to live in, but I could use it to storm the hall my boys plan on getting in the next several weeks. You'd best move along if you know what's good for you. Well, maybe I just don't know. Stand in my way, will you? You won't again. Alright. To be fair, this guy's 4 levels higher than I am, but he's just armed with such a whoa, couldn't get out of the way fast enough there. So if you're wondering why it's kind of taking me so long to beat these guys, it's because they are orange. So Redcoat, welcome back, my friend. Hope you're having a good night, Redcoat, and you're doing well in Middle-earth if you're on. Sorry, just I'm gonna have a drink here. Something got caught in my throat. So we're about halfway through this book now. Yeah, so a lot of things to be excited for with that series for sure. A lot of things. I just really hope that it's going to be good. That's my biggest hope. That the long wait will be worth it. I know inevitably it's like, okay, so here's what I'm likening it to. Okay, I'm a big Star Wars fan. 1977, 1981, 1984, or 83, I guess, with Return. I hope I have those years right, otherwise I'm going to look like a fraud. Anyway, I saw the second 2 in the theater. I was too young to see Star Wars, having just been, I was like a couple of years old when that came out. But the long wait for 1998 and 99, I believe it was actually spring of 99 that the Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, came out. And that day, I happened to be driving from my hometown to Toronto at the time to go visit my mom, who was in a different town. And hey, Giolef, well, thank you very much for your follow, my friend. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're a Lotro fan and you're getting a kick out of all this talk. And same thing with you, Redcoat. Like I said, welcome, but I hope you're enjoying the stream and that you've been with us for a little while. But anyway, so we're waiting for Phantom Menace. And that anticipation that you get when you're waiting, and then you're sitting I was sitting in the theater, and then the roll screen came on, and I was like, man, we're watching Star Wars. I was watching it with a friend, and we're actually in the theater for a new Star Wars movie. And then we saw Phantom Menace. And, I'll be honest with you, I liked it. I liked it when I first saw it. I was like, okay, Jar Jar Binks is annoying as hell, but the rest of the movie's pretty good. And it's just a shame that the 2 best characters, the 2 coolest characters, I guess, Liam Neeson's character and then Darth Maul, spoiler alert, but both of them die at the end of the movie. They're in no future films, except Darth Maul. I think he actually makes a reappearance in the Solo movie, but anyway, that was years to come. So it's like that. So it's kind of like, okay, we expected so much, it just wasn't. It didn't live up to expectations because they were set so darn high, There's Treebeard, dances with Ents. Yes. I will say nothing bad about that kinship at all. I had a good time in Dances with Ents. They're a good group of people. Yeah, if you're looking for a kinship, a large kinship, pretty friendly, I would give Dances with Ents a good consideration if you're into one of those, like a supersized kin sort of thing. So they do a little bit of everything. They do some raiding. They do some social events. But yeah, it's a pretty good place. Okay, so Hal Rose says, "Oh, this is the do I stay or do I go?" That's this one. Thank you, Steely Dad. There have been more troublemakers on the road in recent days, and I fear they will do some harm to the peace-loving folk of the Shire if I travel south with the Great Company. And yet my loyalty is to Aragorn, and I know that if he has need of the Dunedain, it is my duty to go to him with as much speed as can be mustered. I don't know what to do. What do you advise? Can you help me make this decision? Well, in my thing, he gave his word. He swore an oath. You don't break the oath, even if it might seem like it's for the greater good. And we all know what happens in the Shire and, you know, the end of the story anyway. But I'm going to tell him Hal Rose should go.
You are right. My fate lies on the southern road.
All right, fair enough. You think I should travel south with the Grey Company to come to the aid of Aragorn? He's my chieftain, and it's my duty to see that he comes safely to the end of the road, wherever it lies. But I fear for the folk of the Shire in my absence. How will they protect themselves from the evils that crowd their borders from all sides? He looks about his camp with new resolve. No, you're right. There is strength in these hobbits, and if they need to repel dangers from the outside, they will do so. My fate must lie on the southern road. I will stand with Aragorn, and that is the way I will protect the people of this land. Thank you for helping me make up my mind, Steely Dad. I will go with the Grey Company. The good folk of the Shire will need to do without my help. Can you travel to the inn in Brockenborns and tell my friend Lotho Sackville Baggins that I will be leaving? So he's visiting Brockenborns. Redcoat says, I think they're always recruiting too, so that's good. They have a lot of active members in the Treebeard community Discord server. Good group of folk. Yeah, I can vouch for that. So my time with the Dances with Ents was brought upon by another old friend, an old Lotro friend of 12 years. I met this friend on Gladden. His name is Coroneer. He's actually a fellow Twitch streamer. He was, I don't know if he's streamed lately though. I think he's kind of just given up the streaming for a while. And focusing on other things and playing other games and whatnot. But he's still active. Every day he's on he's on the I guess like I'm part of that the server as well. And he's a little worried, and he bounced some ideas off me. But anyway, so he was part of that kin, and I wanted to join, and then I ended up taking a long absence from the game after I lost a family member. And when I came back, the offer was still open, so I joined them. And yeah, good folk, lots of people, and lots of people who like to do different things. So it was good. Everybody kind of. I've never really been in a kinship where everybody that big where everybody behaved, but it was pretty good.
That ranger will be leaving the Shire. Very interesting.
Thanks for letting me know. It's a shame. So Lotho, who sells out the Shire to Saruman, is in that tavern. There are some really good kinships on this server, I must say. Let's see here. GLF, has everybody heard about your family member? Fam, I hope you're okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. So the kind of funny thing is like this stream is almost a family stream. My son is one of the mods. My other mods are my two cousins, and my two cousins lost their mom. You know, and it was just this past June. So, and they're still very young. You know, they're 22 and 26 years old. So very young to be losing a parent. And their mom was also my godmother and my aunt. So so it was kind of a rough end of summer, and we're now just kind of starting to kind of round into normal, and we're talking about her not in sadness, but in more about more in memory and laughing, and oh, your mom did this, and oh, I remember when your mom did that, you know, and I think that does everybody good, you know, remember the good times. So but thanks, that's really nice. So Steely, what is normal? yeah, it's true. Okay, so Hal Rose is here.
Thank you for helping me to decide.
What is that you would say? Lotho sounded pleased that I would be leaving. That is queer. He sought me out a few days ago and had many questions to ask. If I had any plans to travel into Breeland, whether I thought to visit certain townships in the Shire, that sort of thing. Well, he and his folk will surely be fine without my protection. It pains me to leave them, but if Aragorn has need of his kin must ride to his aid. So next we're going to Esteldean. Talk to Daervin. I used to call Daervin Davrin for years and years and years. Davrin. It was kind of funny. Even when I was corrected, I just kind of poked fun and kept on referring to him as Davrin. But Daervin. And Naisha Loves Lotro has followed. Well, welcome, Naisha Loves Lotro. Steely Dad loves Lotro as well, so we have something in common. Welcome to the stream. And if this is your first time watching, I appreciate you joining us. And in celebration for your follow, I believe I will read a new riddle. I think we're long overdue for a riddle, gang. So here we go. Though it is not an ox, it has horns. Though it is not a donkey, it has a packed saddle. And wherever it goes, it leaves silver behind. What is it? Though it is not an ox, it has horns. Though it is not a donkey, it has a packed saddle. And wherever it goes, it leaves silver behind. And first, thanks for chatting. And I'm doing great. I'm doing great. This is actually a really cool stream for me. I've actually got some decorations back up on the wall. And Manbear J and Critic coming in. No, not a bowl. I would I would love to find the bowl that leaves silver behind, though. But it is a snail, folks. The answer is a snail. So Jay, you got in just before Critic, and that is the treasure-laden goat. Yeah, it just kind of spills gold off it, off wherever it dances off to. But Naisha Loves Lotro. Hope you're having a good time. Are you a Lotro player? I'm assuming so. And if so, what server are you currently playing on? If you don't mind me asking, I'm on Treebeard, so I'm still in the legendary. My cap is at 60. So. And I'm going to actually ask another riddle, because that was a lot of fun. Let's see here. I love that sound effects on the treasure-laden goat. You can hear the gold falling. Yeah. I need to actually do that the next time they have that event and dig for the thing and see if I can get that treasure. I was lucky enough. I think on like one of my first 5 digs ever, I got the goat. And I was the Evernight champion here, right on. Actually, Jolef, we're thinking of going back to, or one of my friends, Manbear J, has a tune on Evernight, and he's kind of getting. He was talking about going back and possibly leveling that tune up there, with maybe even exploring and getting to the cap so that he can be ready for whatever expansion is next. And I don't have a character there, but I do have characters that I can transfer. So. Crick Hollow, level 96 elf. I have been to the Crick Hollow server. I was a member of the second breakfast kinship on Crick Hollow. And that was a lot of fun. That was a fun, I guess maybe year and a half that I was playing Lotro there. So I was a former Crick Hollow person, elf lore master. Very cool, very cool. And hope you're having fun with that. I hope you're taking it easy too and enjoying the ride. Most friendly server, Evernight? It's a European server, and I've always found that the European servers are kinder. I will say that, having played on Gladden, Meneldor, I got some good things to say about Landrable. That's kind of my darling server is Landrable, but 15 characters on Evernight, none above level 125. Very cool. Very cool. I'm thinking of actually taking a character over there. I just haven't decided which, and it's going to depend upon like who's going to join it, and if Jay is going to head back there at some point. So he's just taking a little bit of a break from Lotro at the moment. But all right, riddle number two in this stop. What gets beaten and whipped but never cries? What gets beaten and whipped but never cries? So we're gonna go. No, not this time. The answer is not this time. We won't talk about your whipping and beating, or your wiping, at this time. So what gets whipped and beaten, but never cries? We'll take this map. Eggs, yes, Critic, right on. I'm glad you got one. You're just like behind a couple of answers, so this one's all you, buddy. Eggs is the correct answer. So eggs are beaten, eggs are whipped, but they never cry. And that is that answer. Dough? Well, you could whip dough. You could beat dough, I guess. It's true. But I was looking for eggs. I love Lotro. I've been playing on and off for 3 years now. It's my main game. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear about, like, that a game kind of found you in 2019, or 2018 maybe. I'm not sure if this is kind of your third going on 4. But that's really cool, I like hearing about newer players and their experiences because, and we were talking in chat one night about, let's see here. Where am I going? I'm talking to Darvin. We were talking about how sometimes Lotro can be a bit harsh on new players. It's really good if you go in and you're just of the casual mind, like, I'm just going to go in, enjoy this game, look around, like, even in Estelden, all these buildings, like, this is one of the original zones, and, God, I used to love this zone. I used to love crafting in the Estelden Crafting Hall. That was my favorite place to craft, aside from Thorin's Gate, and, so here's Darvin. And I like to hear about that, but sometimes it can be rough to newcomers if you're kind of getting down and dirty and you're like, what do I have to do to catch up? And you have to pay. You have to pay for all these expansions, like kind of all in a clump too, depending on how you go. It can be tough. It can be expensive. So, okay. So I bring worrisome tidings. What danger has Aragorn encountered in the distant south that makes the Dunedain his closest allies? Perhaps I misspeak. Perhaps it is not that the Dunedain are closest, but instead that they may be the most true. Halbarad must hear what you have to say, but he left this morning to deal with a serious danger. Word came down to us that a number of foes fleeing from Angmar in the days following the defeat of the false king sought to establish a settlement in a cave. In a cave? Halbarad traveled to this cave, now called Tham Umdur, to attempt to forestall or defeat these foes before they could use the relics, and they plundered from Carndum to make the foundations of a new Angmar. Find Halbarad at Tham Umdur in the shadow of Ost Krithlank, far to the east, in Nan Amlog East, and give him your message. Alright, so off we go. So let's see what's going on in chat here. I never left Galtrev for crafting after it was introduced. That's the magical place right there, Galtrev. I mean, you had the vault, you had all the crafting stations, and you had the guild all in the same place. There was really no need. I still don't have friends to play with, but it's cool and no fellowship. Ah, gotcha. Well, if we end up over there and you follow the stream and you hear about us moving over to Evernight, then I think I'm gonna go off. Good night and have fun in your adventure. Thank you very much, Geolef, and thanks for the follow. Really appreciate that, man. I hope you have fun in your adventures, and you continue to explore and have fun in Middle Earth. So. And Nisha, like I said, who knows? We'll see. If we end up over there, then I think Jay's got a kinship over there, or he would start one. So maybe another I guess section of the what's the word I'm looking for? Another contingent of the flatulent flautists may make their way to Evernight, so that'll be interesting. We do have one that's completely inactive right now. Okay, alright. It's called the Swamp Dwellers. Well, Jay, the old Swamp Dwellers might be calling. I won't say why. Oh, I think I know. I know, and this is a reference to prevent a certain condition that has swamp in it, and you should maintain a good daily hygiene routine. I think that might be it there. So, if it is, quite interesting. I agree with that kin message. Let's see here. So we're way off. I think what we'll do is I will ask one more riddle while I'm on the way. This is a long cave. Let's see here. That's too easy. That's too easy. Okay, let's do this one. This one's a little more difficult. Okay, so y'all ready? Here's another riddle while we're on our way to this cave. I make you weak at the worst of all times. I keep you safe. I keep you fine. I make your hands sweat and your heart grow cold. I visit the weak, but seldom the bold. What am I? I make you weak at the worst of times. I keep you safe. I keep you fine. It is fear. Jeez, Jay, you're a machine tonight. I'm gonna have to come up with some new riddles just to stump you. Fear is the correct answer, and this game music and scenery is absolutely beautiful. You are on fire, and you know, I know, Jay. I know that you are just like on fire, and that you are not asking Alexa what's the answer to this riddle. No, I'm just teasing. But congratulations. I think that's your third riddle of the night. That might be like your personal best, or at least tie it. So. Yeah, so I actually really like this area. Even I used to call it Eastelden. It was on the east side of Estelden, of course. And I like the Estelden music. It used to be kind of this march, you know, kind of. So that was kind of neat. But this place too. This place here can be a bit of a maze as well. This Tham Umdur, but I think I remember the way. The key is there's this one stair that's kind of hidden, and if you can find that stair, then you can get the other. There's 3 statues in here that you have to deal with.
We win little if the northern lands are lost to evil.
Okay, so for long years have the Dunedain wandered in the wilderness. Your message confirms what I've long suspected. The hour is near at hand when my people must come forth. I will ride to the aid of my friend and chieftain Aragorn, son of Arathorn, and let no man or beast stand in the path of the great company. There is evil still here, Steely Dad, and if we Dunedain leave Eriador to fend for itself, what then? We win little if, when all the deeds of the age are done, the northern lands are lost to evil, their peoples destroyed. Dervin told you why I've come to this place. Already I have destroyed 3 idols the Angmar brought out of Carn-Dûm, but I believe 3 remain. Destroy these statues of their most prized leadership of the Angmarim, and here may abandon hope of raising Angmar into prominence again. So come back when I have done so, and we'll speak. All right. So we have to get the 3 statues. That's the trick here. Now I'm gonna try to sneak my way. Nope. I guess being orange, I don't have that margin of error. I think what happens when you're roaming about in these caves is that, or when you're roaming about anywhere, is the higher level you are, the less the aggro kind of unseen range there is for the enemy to find you and start battle. So say for example, if I was like level 70 doing this, or 75, and these are gray, or if they're green, I think I probably could have snuck by that first person, but I'm not 100%. So. I remember this cave was actually a source of trouble to one of my kinmates, so much so that they were like livid, I guess, because they couldn't find their way, or they couldn't find one of the statues. And it kind of baffled me as well when I first came in here. Now I'm just trying to think of which way I want to go. I think I want to go this way. I think this is it. Maybe I don't remember the way as much as I thought I did, so. So aside from full PvP world, I always dreamt of a Lotro where truly high-level mobs, say plus 20, would not care for you at all. It's kind of funny because I don't know if they changed this No Excess, but I remember having trouble with the purple mobs when I used to have to do quests like, I think there was one crafting quest that required you go to Rivendell. You had to go to Rivendell and you had to talk to someone there, and you know, sometimes my crafting alts would kind of hit that level of like level 13, level 14. And I kind of find that I seem to remember that I had a really tough time. Like it was like, okay, you're in an area that's far above you. Creatures will be called from far and wide to come and block your passage, or some kind of line like that. And before you know it, you step foot in the troll shaws, and then there's like everything's flying out at you. You got boars, you've got sickle flies, you've got cave claws, the whole shebang. I'm surprised the whites didn't even come down from where they were, but But I don't know if they fixed that. I do remember this, though, actually. This is kind of cool. And I don't know if it happens. Might be worth a try. If you go to Ohar in Angmar, the first Hillmen city, I guess, like there's that camp, you know, on the way there. But if you actually go through to Ohar and you go to that city... See, I'm not sure if this is the way I'm supposed to go here. I think it is. I think it is. Anyway, and if you go there at like a low enough level, I believe that you will get attacked. Like the hillmen themselves, the people who are normally like, you know, giving you quests and whatnot, if they're purple to you, they used to attack you. And I remember venturing there once upon a time just because I wanted to show a kidmate where something was in Angmar, because they hated Angmar. They always skipped it, or you know, like did as little as possible, and they couldn't find out where to do this thing. So I was heading up there just to show them, and I got destroyed by the citizens of the town. And I always thought that was kind of a neat thing. Unfortunate, yes, but neat. Okay. So once again, these mobs, or these quests, are all level 65. I am currently level 60. I'm at the level cap, so the reason that it's taking me a little longer is because, and also I'm set up sword and board. With this new legendary system, you don't really have... I could be wrong here, but I don't think you have a secondary legendary weapon that you can equip. I have a couple of swords on my burglar that I can equip that are legendaries, but... So I just kind of hack and chip away, and eventually they go down. I'm traded yellow, actually, as well as a guardian, so... Okay, I think... This is rough. I feel like Gandalf. I feel like I have no memory of this place. Because things are not where I thought they were. I have this feeling that I came back and I went up those stairs. But I also remember going... I thought I went off to the east at some point. Maybe this is it. Something's got to jog my memory. Anyway, yeah, so that would be interesting, where they didn't even bother, as if you were gray to them, you know, or they wouldn't even... Oh, there is a statue over there, okay. Oh, these Angmar and their fears. I seem to remember there used to be a music going on in here too, so... A few years back, they had an issue. Oh my. Okay. No, this is where I am where I was hoping to be. A statue of a Marthiel, and this artifact master is level 65 in red, and he's 20,000 HP. So I'm doing pretty well so far. Oh, he shook off my mark. There we go. Now I have the mark. Oh, look at that! Right on the shield attack. So I'm playing Yellow Guardian, by the way. Doing these overland quests, and this is my first time ever playing Yellow Guardian. It's actually a lot of fun. Might not seem that way when you're struggling to hit mobs, but I mean, it is what it is. Alright, so down goes this statue. I've traditionally just played red and blue and never gave yellow. When they redid the classes, I never gave yellow another thought. Actually, I think this may be a statue of Mordorith down here. Oh no, that's actually going back to the beginning. Okay. I'm going to order McDonald's for lunch tomorrow. All right, Jay. I'm pleased with that decision. Do you know what you're gonna get? Are you gonna get one of those McTasties? I won't talk about what that Wikipedia was calling it. And they don't have that here in North America. I will say, you know, like, I was reading the site, of course, and it did mention that it wasn't, it was Europe, the Middle East, and something else, some other area as well. But we don't have it in North. It looks an awful lot like a quarter pounder. It is the Big Tasty, yes, yes indeed. but it looks like a quarter pounder. It looks, I don't know if you say it, it's like a cleaner quarter pounder. A double, if it's not an order, a double quarter pounder. All right. I think I might go. I'm not gonna lie. So, oh, apparently I've been invaded by this Weaver. Are you ready, Weaver? Yes, I just quoted UHF, just for those of you. Is this a Pulp Fiction discussion? So I think I might have that succulent Chinese meal tonight. I think I may go after the stream and redeem. So a couple of weeks back, I ordered Chinese food from one of the newer restaurants in town. It got screwed up. So basically, the original order was an almond chicken with a side of sweet and sour pork and some chow mein. And their chow mein is delicious. I will say it's like one of the best chow meins I've had. And the sweet and sour pork can be good as well. I've had it a couple times where it was a little tough, but other times it was perfect. But I was really excited for the General Chow's chicken. That's my favorite. I like spice, you know. I don't like intense heat, but I do like spice. So there's that. So what we did was you order the combo, and the combo has it comes with almond chicken and sweet and sour pork and the chow mein. So basically it's one substitution. You have to pay an extra like $2 I think for the substitution, but one substitution and one and done. And what they did was they substituted for some reason they substituted the almond chicken with beef and green peppers. And while that's pretty good, I'm not going to dispute that. It's not one of their strong points at that particular establishment. It just, there's something just not quite like good about it. I enjoy like beef with greens, and that wasn't it. But anyway, so she came home with Basila picked it up, and she's got notorious luck. This poor girl, you know, she tries and tries and tries, and she's always getting the, you know, like the order switched around on her, or she's ordering something grilled and it comes fried, you know, like you name it, she's running into problems. She's just got awful luck with food places, but I keep trusting her, so maybe the fault is mine. Anyway, she came home, and of course there was no General Chow's chicken, and we had this thing, and I was like, what the hell? So she called the restaurant, and to their credit, the restaurant knew right away what was going on. It's like, we accidentally switched the thing, you know, you're entitled to a free meal. So I think I'm going to take advantage of that. That means, of course, that Basila has to redeem it because it was under her phone number. But I might do some sweet talking and see if we can meet there and she can pick it up. I still prefer lo mein. Interesting. I like lo mein as well. Don't get me wrong. I just find that especially at this place, you know, another thing is their other choice is rice. So you can always get some good rice. There's like mushroom fried rice, chicken fried rice there. I don't have seafood, so I never have the shrimp fried. But I prefer this particular chow mein is just delicious. It's the noodles are super. Yeah, lo mein, egg rolls, and chicken balls. Yep, good stuff there. Good stuff. Have you ever tried honey garlic chicken balls, Rose? Like, have you? I don't know if they make it at the Loy or wherever you guys get your Chinese in sturgeon, maybe Gervais. But have you ever tried the honey garlic type? Have you ever had them? Because the honey garlic ones that we get from one place are delicious. Basila switched. She used to be like, I like chicken balls, you know, sweet and sour chicken balls. But yeah, maybe one of these times when you're here, I'm not going to say tomorrow because it only opens at 3 and you're not going to wait that long for food. But maybe one of these times we'll get the honey garlic, and it is delicious. Delicious honey garlic. The sauce is just so good too, so. All right, so we found all the 3 places, and we're on our way out. But I am excited to have this meal, this succulent Chinese meal, and hopefully not be taken out in a cruiser, you know, for a mystery charge. And let's see here. Halbarad.
Return now to Direvun in Esteldine with my command.
Direvun and Esteldine. Okay. So, let's see here. Australian policeman will knock at your door while you're eating. What have you done to my cousin? Let's see. You have my thanks, too, for bringing me the word of Aragorn's need for the Dunedain. We will ride to him with all the haste that can be mustered through whatever perils await. Return now. Oh, here's the music. The music just appeared. I missed all this music. What did he do to himself? What have you done? In Estelin with this command, the ring is mine. He is to select as many of the rangers of that camp as he feels can be spared without jeopardizing the safety of the people of the North Downs. We will ride to Aragorn, but I will not allow us to dismiss our responsibilities in Eriador. Fair enough. So Halbarad actually is the only one of these rangers, I believe, that appears in the main Lord of the Ring books. There's a chapter, I believe, in the appendices where they list more of them. But Halbarad actually is a book character. And another interesting thing there, if you're doing this, Steely probably gonna raid Sloth as a currently. Okay, all right. Is Slothy on? Yeah, all right. I will give you the word, Rose, and I'm gonna have a peek and just see if Miss Slothy's still on, and we'll drop a Steely raid on her. Slothy gets awesome raid drops. I gotta tell you, she had like 50 people in a raid drop in, just like, boo, welcome to the channel. And the poor girl, you know, she's appreciative, and she teared up. You know, it's quite touching. Just an appreciation of the kindness of the raid. I like getting raided, as well. And I like my little community. I like what we're building here. It's a lot of fun, but I like to see other streamers and their reactions as well. It's really neat to see. And at various points in the day too, because there's sometimes you just know, okay, it's the right time of day. Like it's the morning. Maybe this guy's gonna raid this person, and in the afternoon, maybe this person's gonna raid this one, and so on and so forth. So it's kind of a nice pay it forward pattern that we're gonna do. Won't be too much longer, Rose. I'm actually I think after I turn in this quest, this might be a good stopping point. But I'd like to see if I can get maybe. I know I have another dad joke, but do I have another riddle? And the question is should I do both? Anyway, so just a quick word before as I drive back on my horse here. Am I on my horse right? Yeah. So the next stream will probably be coming your way on Saturday from this channel, and I'm gonna stream a console game. So that might be another thing to do. Is just maybe even get like a Lord of the Rings console game. I have never played Shadows of Mordor, and I've never played any of the other Lord of the Rings games for the PlayStation. So that might be a cool play. But I think this Saturday we're gonna go with Pokemon. I think Pokemon's gonna win the day. And might have Basila and Swimmer join me on the stream, just kind of as vocals, and we'll see what we can, we'll see what kind of fun we can get into. So, I have Lord of the Rings Lego on the PC. I have Lord of the Rings Lego as well on the PlayStation, and I have the Hobbit as well. And I must say, I found the Hobbit more enjoyable than the Lord of the Rings Lego game. Maybe it's just the PS3 versus the PS4. But I actually did. The Hobbit took a long time to finish. You had to find all those recipes and whatnot, and it was just a great game though. Really, really super. And there's a lot of Easter eggs in there. Those Lego games, man. The people who make those games are so creative, and they put their own little spin on things, and it's always cool. I enjoy them. Some are hit and miss, but I enjoy them. So. Right, so what does Davern say? Darvin has a set of pauldrons that used to be kind of like endgame when this quest first dropped way back in, probably about 2011, or maybe 2010. And it was a good thing to get this quest done so that you got these pauldrons. Nowadays, let's see what they look like here. So 152 might, 66 vitality. Resistance and critical rating. Not bad as offensive pauldrons. Not
Bring your
bad
message
at all.
next to Collinglad and even
I'll lock them. We'll have a look. Alright. Collinglad and Tinadur Alright, so we are going to accept this quest. So we're going to go to Tinadur and Evendim. But I'm not going to go. I'm not going to make that journey. I think this is a good stopping point. I have a few things to do before Basila gets home. And I've got another dad joke to read. And maybe another riddle if I have another one. I may have gone through all my riddles here. Oh boy. Let's see here. The train tracks one has already been said. That one's a good one. I might use that one. Okay. Okay. Let's do this one. Let's do a couple of riddles just to kind of, the back end of the stream here. I am everywhere, but cannot be seen, captured, or held. Only heard. What am I? I am everywhere, but cannot be seen, captured, or held. Only heard. What am I? That's a good one. Kind of one of those ambiguous ones where I'd accept different answers, but that's a pretty fair riddle. John Cena. Yep. Coming in clutch, no excess. That could be the answer. It's not the one I'm looking for. Eyes, no. Let's see here. Brawl.1.Episod. I used to play this game back in the day. Loved the fact that it was based on Lord of the Rings, but the combat wasn't something I liked. Brawl, I do. That is not the first time I've heard this. My son's godfather, I've tried to get him in Lotro several times, and he said the same thing. He came from World of Warcraft, so he played a lot of that game, and when he came over, he's just like, I can't get used to the combat. I can't get used to the fighting and the way the characters move. So maybe that's something similar. And the way the aggro works, I think, was another thing, back then. They've changed a few of the things in here, like you can now actually have multiple characters on a single mob. But yeah, so I've heard that before. Anyway, welcome to the chat, Brawl, and thanks for contributing. Always nice to hear from new folks. That's exciting. And maybe you can get this riddle. So I'll read this out. Another one. I am everywhere, but cannot be seen, captured, or held. Only heard. What am I? I will say swimmeroo. John Cena swimmeroo eyes. No, definitely not. While you think about that. I got the dad joke. Dad joke number 3, folks. We've done a couple of them already. This is number 3. So, you ready for this one? 2 fish are in a tank, and one turns to the other and says, "Can you drive this thing?" 2 fish are in a tank, and one turns to the other and says, "Can you drive this thing?" That's not the end, folks. That's not the other looks at the first fish and says, "Holy shit, a talking fish." That's You see that, Billy? You see that icon that you're using? That is me. That is me right now. Just that's perfect. So 2 fish are in a tank, and one turns to the other and says, "Can you drive this thing?" And then the other looks at the first fish and says, "Holy shit, a talking fish." Wow. All right. By the way, wind. You're on the right track. And it's the answer is like a source of wind, sort of. I'll read the riddle. Anyway, sorry guys. Those are some funny dad jokes. Those are good. Let's see here. So what do we have? I am everywhere, but cannot be seen, captured, or held. Only heard. What am I? That would be the final riddle of the stream. Maybe I got a stumper on my mind here, or on the stream. So yeah. So just in case you're curious, if you're here and you're watching for the first time, and I haven't driven you away with the dad jokes, and you're enjoying the game and the chat, go ahead and follow. We'd love to have you back. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday. I stream Lotro. Rose, it is I am everywhere, but cannot be seen, captured, or held. Only heard. What am I? And on the weekends, I'm going to try to put together a stream, and we'll see what happens. It's just a fun stream, and we'll start. Hey, Brawl, welcome, and thanks for the follow. I hope you enjoyed your first experience on the stream. No answers for this riddle, though. No answers. I love your energy. Oh, thank you. That's something that I really try to bring. Maybe I talk a little too much. I'm a noob, by the way. I'm a total noob streamer. I'm about sound. You're getting close, Rose. You're getting close. It's like a type of sound is what I'm looking for. I'm everywhere but cannot be seen, captured, or held, only heard. And it is voice. Yes. Excellent. So I try to bring this energy. I'm passionate about the game. I really like the game that I'm playing, and I'm passionate about another couple of games that I've just started playing too. Like, I really like, New World. I'm really getting a kick out of that game. That's a lot of fun, especially the crafting. I love intricate crafting systems, so it's really kind of got me. But I believe that if you're passionate about something, it's contagious, and if people are watching and my hamster needs a carrot for all the running. And if you're watching and you're enjoying and you have this high energy, I'm a teacher as well, and I find that if I maintain this energy throughout a class, the students are like, they're up, they're paying attention, the hands go up when I ask a question, and I'm that teacher who come on, keeps the class flowing. At least I try to, where possible. I'm an English teacher and also social science teacher. So anyway. So on that note, I thank you once again for the compliment, and I think that's a good place to end the stream here. So let's is Slothy still on, Rose? Is she still on? Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna play a tune just for you guys to go. I'm not gonna play the same tune that I've been playing for Jay. I don't want to drive him nuts in case he's still here listening and put the song in his head so that he'll have nightmares about it. I think we'll go with a little bit of dwarf stuff here. So thank you all for joining me tonight. It was a real treat. This was a really fun stream. Maybe we'll finish this series of quests the next time, and maybe move on to something else. So, but until then, I'll see you guys for Lotro. I'll see you next Tuesday. So, hopefully between now and then, y'all have fantastic weekends, and we'll see you next Tuesday for Lotro, and hopefully maybe on Saturday for something fun and different. Anyway, without any further ado, good night, and hope you had a really good time. Thank you for watching.